What's up, guys? It's me, Jonathan's Media Shack here again, and today I'm going to be doing something that I haven't done. My opinion on these shows once again. But this time it'll be on SpongeBob SquarePants. Believe it or not, it's going to be my thoughts on SpongeBob SquarePants. So, enjoy. One of my thoughts on SpongeBob SquarePants, well, it has its upside and its downside. First, I want to talk about the upside of SpongeBob SquarePants. First off, seasons 1 to 3 were really good and they were really fun to watch. Like, there are some episodes where I think they were funny, like Big Pink Loser, Club SpongeBob, and a few other classic SpongeBob episodes. SpongeBob was funny as well. Sure, he did acted a little childish, but most of the times, but sometimes there was a time where he acts mature. And Patrick was goofy as well, but he was also very funny. And Mr. Krabs wasn't as selfish as he was in seasons 5 to 9, which we'll get to that later on. And the animation does look pretty nice in seasons 1 to 3. Sandy is a pretty cool character as well. There's this one episode in Texas where SpongeBob and Patrick were making fun of Sandy's home, Texas, and she got so upset at them, and she started to attack SpongeBob and Patrick with the rope thing, and now that's a character that you do not want to mess with. And there are some nostalgic moments, and there are some scenes that became like memes. Like it's just an ordinary Krabby Patty or something like that. Yeah, those are. I understand that of how it became popular. And the first movie was very good. I actually liked the first movie of the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. I thought it was a fun movie to watch back in 2004. So yeah, the jokes were really clever, and the characters' personality in seasons 1 to 3 were really well balanced. And they were also pretty funny and likable characters, and most of the old SpongeBob episodes were a real classic to watch. Season 4 is okay. It's not like the greatest or it's not the worst. It's okay. It does have some bad episodes, however, like, for an example, Funny Pants, where SpongeBob was annoying in that episode. Like, he laughed nonstop and he cried nonstop because Squidward told a lie that made SpongeBob miserable. And in Good Neighbors, SpongeBob and Patrick just done fucks up Squidward's day. And of course, another one, have you seen a snail? SpongeBob rejects Gary because Gary was hungry, but SpongeBob was too busy with the Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy thing. Defeating the Dirty Bubble Challenge. Yeah. He neglects Gary, and Gary runs away from him. And Patrick's like, this is all your fault, SpongeBob. You drove him away. That episode is where SpongeBob was a lousy pet owner because of his inconsideration to Gary. Yeah, there were some pretty bad SpongeBob episodes in season 4. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them are. And the show went downhill a little bit in season 4. So yeah, season 4, it's okay, but it's It's not the greatest, nor is it the worst. Season 4. I mean, some of the episodes are okay, but some, on the other hand, are just pretty bad. So yeah, seasons 1 to 3 is good. The first movie is good, and season 4, it's okay. Now let's go to the downside. Seasons 5 to 9. Seasons 5 to 9 of SpongeBob is the absolute worst seasons of SpongeBob. Like, they flanderized the characters really badly in seasons 5 to 9. SpongeBob had acted more childish than ever before. Like, in the old seasons 1 to 3, he wasn't as childish. Sure, he did act childish, only a little bit childish, but he there was a time where he does have maturity inside of him, and he shows it that way. Like in Grandma's Kisses, he wants to act mature because he was embarrassed because Grandma gave him a kiss and everyone laughed at him at the Krusty Krab. Yeah. But in seasons 5 to 9, he was just straight up childish. And he was very annoying as well. Not to mention, he's a huge asshole to Squidward. Like, he annoys the living hell out of Squidward. And he cries over everything, especially the Krusty Krab and Krabby Patties. Like, there was this one episode where SpongeBob cries all because of getting fired at the Krusty Krab, which that's so immature of him. Yeah, I'm talking about SpongeBob, you're fired. And if you thought Have You Seen a Snail was a mediocre episode, in my opinion, or bad, well, A Powerful Gary is 1,000 times worse than that episode right there. You know why? He treats Gary like shit. Like in when Fluffy destroys the whole house, SpongeBob did not blame Fluffy, but guess who blamed guess what SpongeBob blamed instead? He instead blamed Gary for all of this destruction. Wow. SpongeBob, how stupid can that guy be? It was obviously Fluffy, not his pet Gary. So that episode is the worst episode I've ever seen. That it makes him the lousiest pet owner ever. And there was another episode where SpongeBob had became in love with a Krabby Patty, and he dates a Krabby Patty. That's so creepy as hell. And he sings a song about it as well. Like, he became so obsessed with Krabby Patties that he dated a Krabby Patty. I'm not kidding. And to love a patty. Which, why? And he cries over everything like, wow. SpongeBob's personality has gotten very unacceptable in seasons 5 to 9. I mean, and not to mention, he acts so childish and annoying, and he won't let Squidward enjoy what he wants. And if you thought SpongeBob was bad enough, here comes Patrick. Patrick had become a dick in seasons 5 to 9. Like, he became like the biggest douchebag ever in seasons 5 to 9. He, in Yours, Mine, and Mine, he was so selfish that he couldn't let anyone share his Krabby Patty toy with him. And SpongeBob and Patrick had a fight about it. And Patrick ate it, and SpongeBob flips out about it. some good friend Patrick saw as a SpongeBob. That was complete sarcasm, guys. That was complete sarcasm. And another one in the card, SpongeBob warns Patrick not to ruin the card, but he does it anyways, and he wrecks it, and SpongeBob becomes upset about it. And not only that, and there were some terrible actions that Patrick had caused as well, like Patrick didn't pay it, and he done fucks up everything at the Krusty Krab. Everything that he tries to do, he just done fucks it up. And he's annoying like SpongeBob in seasons 5 to 9, and he's childish. Both of them are equally as childish and annoying in seasons 5 to 9. And they're disobedient because in Face Freeze, they continue to make faces, and it got stuck that way. And Mr. Krabs got so angry that he also got his face frozen as well. And Squidward too. Yeah, remember in Face Freeze, Mr. Krabs told them about the story and they ignored what Mr. Krabs says? Yeah, something like that. Wow. Just wow. They really messed up the characters in that season, those seasons. Except for Squidward and Plankton, which are the only good characters in my opinion. But the rest of them are just terrible in seasons 5 to 9 at least. And not only that, sometimes Patrick acts like a douchebag to everyone. Like he doesn't care about anyone but himself. I can't believe how they flanderized Patrick's sauce so badly. Same goes to SpongeBob in seasons 5 to 9. It's just terrible. And the jokes just comes out as sometimes as very mean-spirited. And some of the episodes are very mean-spirited as well. And sometimes there are some Squidward torture festival where Squidward gets tortured non-stop. And I just feel nothing but absolute sympathy for Squidward because he has to go through this and he has to live through this. Like, why can't he enjoy anything that he wants? Like, you know, in the episodes where Squidward goes into Tiki Land and he enjoyed his paradise there. That was something at least decent enough to watch. But we barely get that. And I'll talk about Mr. Krabs on the next part, in part 2, so stay tuned.